Welcome to 10-Minute Health Tech, the AI-powered podcast where we dive into healthcare technologies and companies so you don't have to. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Julia.
And today we're diving into Nourish, a platform that's really shaking things up in the world of nutrition.
Yeah, they're all about making personalized nutrition counseling accessible through telehealth.
You know, it's funny, you wouldn't think something as techy as an app could feel so personal. But the way Nourish brings registered dietitians into the mix, it really seems like they've cracked the code.
Right.
And get this, they accept hundreds of insurance plans across all 50 states, with 94% of patients paying nothing out of pocket.
Wow.
So for a lot of people, this could be the first time they've even considered working with a dietitian.
That's true.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is how Nourish structures their program.
Okay.
It's a 3-step process, starting with an initial assessment where the dietitian really gets to know you, your health goals, your lifestyle, any concerns you might have.
Right.
Then they craft a personalized care plan, so it's not just generic advice. It's tailored specifically to you.
Okay, so no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
That makes sense.
Mm.
But what happens after that initial assessment? Do they just send you on your merry way with a meal plan?
Not at all. That's where the ongoing care comes in.
Okay.
You have follow-up sessions with your dietitian to fine-tune the plan, get coaching and support, and track your progress.
Got it.
And here's a really cool part. They don't leave you hanging between sessions.
Okay.
Nourish has an app that lets you message your dietitian directly, review session summaries, access all sorts of curated content like recipes and meal ideas,
Wow.
set goals, and track your progress.
So it's like having a nutrition coach in your pocket,
Exactly.
which is probably key to actually making those lifestyle changes stick. But we keep saying personalized and clinically validated. What does that actually mean in this context?
That's a great question. It's a combination of factors, really. First, you have a dedicated dietitian who's focused on your individual needs, not just spitting out generic advice.
Right.
Second, they take a holistic view, looking at things like your overall health, your fitness level, even your sleep and mindfulness practices. It's not just about what's on your plate.
No.
And third, they actually coordinate with your other healthcare providers if needed, ensuring everyone's on the same page.
That's huge.
This really elevates their approach beyond just a trendy diet app.
It sounds like they're tackling this from all angles.
Yeah.
And they have this app with all these features for support and motivation.
Yeah.
But do they actually have data to back up their claims?
They do.
Do we know if this approach actually works?
They do. Nourish boasts some pretty impressive statistics.
Like what?
For instance, 91% of their patients report overall health improvement,
That's amazing.
which is amazing. And 82% actually achieve their primary health goal, whatever that may be.
Wow.
It's not just about feeling better, it's about concrete results.
Those are some compelling numbers.
Yeah.
But what about specifics? Have they seen results in areas like weight management or chronic conditions?
Absolutely.
You know, the things people really struggle with.
They've seen measurable improvements in weight, stomach pain, A1C levels, cholesterol, even blood pressure.
Wow.
And here's something really interesting. They've also observed a reduction in eating disorder behaviors among their patients.
Really?
So it seems this personalized approach can address a wide range of concerns, not just the typical focus on weight loss.
That is fascinating. Seems like they're really making a difference. But, you know, there's another piece to this puzzle, right? The cost of healthy food itself can be a major barrier for so many people. Does Nourish address that at all?
They do, and in a pretty innovative way.
How so?
You can actually order discounted dietitian-approved meals directly through the app.
Oh, wow.
It's like having your healthy groceries delivered, but curated by your own nutrition expert.
That's amazing.
And for those who are really budget conscious or rely on programs like SNAP and WIC, they offer support for enrollment and have a whole database of recipes that focus on affordable ingredients.
Okay.
They even have meal planning tools to help you stretch your budget further.
So they're really trying to make healthy eating practical and sustainable for everyone, regardless of their financial situation. That's really impressive. But I'm curious, what's the human side of this all about?
Yeah.
Are there any stories from people who've actually used Nourish and seen real benefits?
There are, and they're really heartwarming.
Give us an example.
For example, there's a woman named Lucy in Texas who says, "I'm not just a number on the scale.
Okay.
My dietitian takes into consideration so many things that aren't even related to my weight, which I had never realized were contributing to my health."
That's so important. Feeling seen and heard can make all the difference. It's not about being lectured. It's about having someone in your corner who understands you. Do we have any other examples of that personal touch?
Yes, we do. Belina, a patient from California, said, "Since that first meeting, my dietitian has completely changed my view around food.
Mhm.
I've been able to work with her to find out which foods, patterns, and other factors influence my stomach pain." It seems like she was finally able to get to the root of a problem that had been bothering her for a while, all thanks to that personalized guidance.
That's amazing. It's not just about following a fad diet. It's about understanding how food impacts your individual body
Hmm.
and making choices that actually improve your overall health and well-being.
Exactly.
And that takes time.
Yeah. And here's a testimonial from John in New York who saw some tangible results.
Okay.
He said, "Nourish has helped me improve my numbers on my blood results and taught me so much about how I can maintain healthy food choices without making large sacrifices in what I like to eat."
It's great to see the sustainable change is possible. And it doesn't have to mean depriving yourself. It's about finding a balance that works for you with the right support and guidance. It seems like Nourish is doing a great job of combining technology with human expertise to create a truly personalized and effective approach to nutrition counseling.
I agree. And, it makes you wonder, how might telehealth and personalized nutrition counseling continue to evolve in the future? What other innovations could we see in this space?
That's a fantastic question,
Yeah.
and one we'll have to explore further.
Yeah, it really is remarkable how they managed to blend that cutting-edge technology with that human touch.
Yeah,
It's a tough balance to strike,
it is.
but they seem to have found the sweet spot,
Yeah.
efficiency and empathy all in one package.
You're so right, and what's really exciting is that they're addressing a huge unmet need in healthcare. Think about how many people struggle with nutrition-related issues,
Right.
but can't afford to see a dietitian or simply don't have access to one.
Mm.
Nourish is breaking down those barriers and making personalized nutrition guidance available to the masses.
Exactly. It's like they've democratized access to nutrition counseling,
Yeah.
which has incredible implications for public health. And remember those impressive statistics we mentioned earlier.
Yeah?
91% of patients reporting overall health improvement and 82% achieving their primary health goal.
Those are amazing.
Those numbers speak volumes. This isn't just about providing information.
Right.
It's about empowering people to make lasting changes.
And that empowerment seems to stem from a few key things that we've been unpacking throughout this deep dive.
Yeah.
First, you have that dedicated dietitian providing personalized attention, really understanding your unique needs and goals. Then there's the ongoing support and accountability through the app, keeping you motivated and on track between sessions. And finally, they've really thought about the affordability factor, making healthy food accessible both financially and logistically. It's a multi-pronged approach that tackles the real-world challenges people face when trying to improve their nutrition.
I couldn't agree more. And it's important to highlight that this isn't about following some restrictive diet plan or chasing the latest fad. It's about cultivating a healthier relationship with food and understanding how it impacts your overall well-being. Nourish seems to be promoting a more holistic and balanced approach,
Yeah.
which is a breath of fresh air in a world saturated with quick fixes and unsustainable solutions.
That's such a crucial point. It's about sustainable change, not just a temporary Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And Nourish seems to be doing a fantastic job of making that change accessible and achievable for everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances.
Absolutely. And it's not just about individual health either. When people improve their nutrition, it has ripple effects on their families, their communities, and even the healthcare system as a whole. Imagine the potential if everyone had access to this kind of personalized nutrition guidance. We could see a significant decrease in chronic diseases, improved overall health outcomes, and a healthier society overall. It's a win-win on so many levels.
It really is an exciting prospect. It's inspiring to see companies like Nourish leading the way in this space, using technology to connect people with expert care and make healthy living more attainable for everyone. It gives me hope for the future of healthcare.
Me too. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Nourish, it leaves us with a lot to ponder, wouldn't you say?
It certainly does. They've given us plenty to chew on, both literally and figuratively.
Well played. But in all seriousness, this exploration begs the question, if you could improve one aspect of your health through better nutrition, what would it be? What's that one area where you feel like a little guidance and support could make a real difference?
That's a great question to reflect on. Whether it's boosting energy levels, improving digestion, or managing a specific health condition, the potential for positive change through nutrition is vast.
It really highlights the power of food as medicine. And with the right guidance and support, anyone can harness that power and reap the benefits. It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress one step at a time.
Well said. And Nourish seems to be doing an exceptional job of making that progress achievable and sustainable for everyone.
I couldn't agree more. We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring Nourish's innovative approach to personalized nutrition counseling, their commitment to accessibility, and their remarkable track record of patient outcomes.
You know, it really makes you think about all the different ways that nutrition impacts our lives. And one thing that struck me about Nourish
Yeah.
is how they're tackling the problem of access
Yeah.
on multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about making the service itself affordable. It's about addressing those systemic barriers
Yeah.
that make it difficult for people to put those healthy choices into practice.
That's such a crucial point, like offering discounted meals and helping people enroll in food assistance programs.
Right.
Those are game changers. They're recognizing that a truly effective solution needs to address the whole picture, not just provide advice in a vacuum.
It's like they're saying, okay, we've given you the knowledge, we've given you the tools.
Right.
Now let's make sure you can actually use them.
Yeah.
And that commitment to real world impact
Yeah.
is what sets them apart.
I agree. They're not just talking the talk. They're walking the walk.
Yeah.
And the results speak for themselves. When we look at the testimonials and the data,
Yeah.
it's clear that Nourish is making a tangible difference in people's lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see a company that's using technology to not only deliver a service, but to genuinely improve people's well-being.
Yeah.
And I think that's a powerful message for the entire healthcare industry. Technology can be a force for good, especially when it's combined with human expertise and empathy.
Well said. Nourish is a shining example of what's possible when we blend innovation with compassion.
Yeah.
And who knows what the future holds. As technology continues to advance, imagine the possibilities for personalized nutrition guidance and support. Maybe one day we'll have AI-powered grocery lists that adapt to our individual needs and preferences in real time, or virtual reality cooking classes led by our own personal dietitians.
Now that would be something. It's exciting to think about how this field might evolve in the years to come. But for now, it seems like Nourish is at the forefront of this movement, leading the charge toward a future where personalized nutrition is accessible to everyone.
I couldn't agree more. They've given us a lot to think about and a lot to be hopeful for.
Thanks for spending 10 minutes with us, and be sure to look for more 10-Minute Health Tech podcasts. Bye.